everybody, if you're new to my channel, I am Lori, and you are watching
Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces. Oh.
Hi everybody, welcome to my February wrap-up. This month I managed to read 11 books. Woo! I don't remember exactly. I think I gave 4 books. I'm looking at my books. Yeah. 4 books. I gave 6 stars, which is a favorite of the year. Let's see. What was there? 1, 2, 3. I think 4 were 5 stars. That's 8, right? Yeah. And then 3 was 4 stars. Or did I say 4 stars already? But you guys know it. Yeah. So that should be 11, right? 4, 4, 3. Yeah, 11. My brain today, you guys, my brain. And 3 of these I talked about in a wrap-up. And let's see, how many of these were rereads? Let me double check. 1, 2, 3 books were rereads. And out of those rereads, all of them were 5 stars. So 3 out of the 4 that I read that were 5 stars were rereads. Okay, so let's get started. The ones I already did a mid-month wrap-up of, or I talked about. I'm just going to tell you what the ratings was, just in case. But the first one, because and 2 of these, wait a minute. Yeah, because one I read this month. So I finished Siege and Storm, which is the second book in the Shadow and Bone series. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking it was the wrong one. Because I'm trying to get all these read. Oh, actually, I did read both of them this month. I mean, in February. I did read books 2 and 3. So I should have grabbed 3 to talk about at the same time. So let me grab that. This was my second to last read. So I was going to go in the order of how I read it. But since these go together, we will talk about them. So both of these, of course, just like always, 5 stars. Out of the 3, my favorite is Siege and Storm, the second one. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion. I don't know. I never paid attention to what people's favorite is. But yeah, this one has always been. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm trying to get all these read. As you guys know, Netflix is starting the show next month on April 23rd. I'm so excited. Yay! So I am trying to get caught up in this world, which I did, and Six of Crows world, which I am reading, of course, in March. And I'm almost done with the first one for the reread. So, yeah. But both of these, of course, like I just said, were 5 stars. And you guys should know what Shadow and Bones is about by now. I mean, it's all over the trailer's all over the internet and everything. And people are doing reaction vlogs and rereading for it. So, yeah. But I'm so excited. So, yeah. Winter's Orbit, I gave 6 stars. I talked about this in my wrap-up, so I'm not going to go into it. But if I had a tie between my favorites, it would be this, and I'll tell you the other one. But yeah, this one is definitely really, really, really good. And like I said, I already talked about it, so I'm not going to go into it. If I remember, I will put the mid-month wrap-up down below. If not, it's not very far down in my feed, if you're curious. But 6 stars. I love the romance, and I just like the plot. It just kept me very entertained. So, and then a reread. The first time I read this, I gave it 6 stars. Of course, I can't do that again, so that's why I just gave it a 5 this time. But Echo North, this one I talked about in the wrap-ups. I mean, no, I didn't. I didn't talk about this in the wrap-up. What am I saying? But this one is like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it's really good. And I'm not really going to go into it because we'll be here all day. But yeah, it's a Beauty and the Beast, and it's just like very like atmospheric. and there's a library. And you guys know me, I love library books that have libraries in them. And I love books that you can go into the book and stuff like that. So yeah, this has all those kind of tropes that I love. Try to be careful. I can close that now. And then Midnight Library by Haig. I gave this 4 stars. This was in my mid-month wrap-up, if you're curious. I liked it, but it just was kind of slow in parts for me. So, yeah. I gotta sneeze. Hold on, baby. Excuse me. Okay. And the last one that was in my wrap-up, my mid-month wrap-up, was Death Prefers Blonde by Cal Rohirg. Rohirg? How do you say? I'm sorry. I know I totally butchered his name. I also did a book diary for this one. I did a book diary for Winter's Orbit. So yeah. So you can even watch those. Well, if you don't plan on reading them. Because there is spoilers. All my book diaries, you guys should know, by now are spoiler-filled. Because that's where I really give all my opinions about everything. But yeah, this was really good. It's about they have normal jobs by day. And by night, they're thieves. They're burglars. They steal stuff. And they steal something from the wrong person. And things happen because of that. And there's a really awesome romance in here. It's a Mel romance. So, thumbs up. And then we got, I know this is a very a lot of people are loving this book, and I was like, maybe I'll love it like them. Maybe I'll give it a 4 to a 5 star, but it was a 6 star, you guys. Right? And that is Legendborn by Tracy Dion. I wish I would have done a book diary for this because, wow, it was so good. And she thinks that her mom died in a car accident, and she finds out it's not true. That maybe her mom was murdered. And it's like a king, what is it called? Oh God, how you say that? A king, in the night table. Oh God, why can't I think of it? Why do I always forget what it is? Merlin retelling, the night table. And it was really good. It's a secret society, and she becomes part of it because she thinks someone in there is the one that is responsible really for her mom's death. And so much stuff goes on in this book. It was so good. I love the characters. I liked the guy that was in this book. That was her love interest, but I liked one of the other guys more. So I'm hoping that it changes and she gets with the other guy. But we'll see. I mean, the other guy ain't bad, so if she stays with him, I don't think I would cry, but I would prefer that she got with the other guy. Just because I like the dramatics, the interaction between them. Dramatic? I forget how you say that word, but yeah. It was really good. 6 stars, definitely recommend. And then these two, I only have one more and then I'll be done with this series. The Mortal Instruments, I read book 4, I gave 4 stars, and I read book 5 and gave 5 stars. And it's in the Shadowhunter world. I'm not going to tell you what it's about because we'll be here all day, but, angels, vampires, demons, all those kind of supernatural creatures. And there's Clary, and Alex, and Jace, and Simon, and Magnus, and Isabel, and some other characters. And it's so good. I love this series. I think this was book 4 was my lowest, though, so far. I'm going to try to finish book 6 this month, but it ain't one of my main priorities this month. But I'm going to try. So, 4 and 5 stars. And this is the other one that would be tied for favorite. And that is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I did a very, very spoilerly vlog for this book. I did it in 2 parts because I had a lot of things to like spoil. Because I had a lot of spoily feelings, unfortunately. So, oh my gosh, this was so good. I was not expecting to love this, you guys. Like, I never, like, hated on Nesta, but she was never my favorite character. But, oh my gosh, in this book, I cried and teared up so many times. I did not think that was going to happen. I didn't even cry up in, the other series, you know, Court of Thorns and Roses series. I never even teared up in that one, but this one had me tearing up. This is Nessa and Cassian's story, and Ezel is in there. I hope his is pretty soon, because yes, and I don't know if mine's a popular or unpopular opinion on who I would like him to get with. But yeah, I'm not going to go too much into who it is, because if you haven't read this one yet, it would be spoiler. But yeah, you guys, this just took me everywhere. It's so sad though, you know, because Nesta is so broken and stuff. That is no spoiler, really. She's a very broken and screwed up, but she has a reason to be screwed up. And I know so many people are hard on her. And the first time I read this series, A Court of Thorns and Roses series, I did not like her. But I kind of like ran through it. Like, I read that series the first time so quick. And then this time I knew that this one was going to be coming out and it was going to be Nesta's story. So I really paid attention a lot to her. And I really understood why she was the way she is. And this book, I will just tell you, gives you that. I'm not going to tell you how it does, but it shows you like why she's the way she is. I mean, if you read the book, you know, or read, you know, the first 3, you know what happens, you know, in the book, in the series. But if you haven't, it would be spoily, so I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, but it really goes more into her feelings and why she's the way she has been. So yeah, I really like that. It really but I will say, if you don't like a lot of smut, this is a lot of smut in it, you guys. It talks a lot about, you know, sexy times. Very, very sexy times. And they really like to please one another, but also please themselves. And that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, if you don't like a lot of smut, even though I don't think this was much more smuttier to me than the second book in the series with, you know, that had Farah and Rysand. I don't think it's any, maybe just a little bit more out, you know, what you call it, sexual. But it didn't bother me. I really like these 2 a lot. Yeah, they're definitely probably my favorite couple. I never thought I would say that, but yeah, they are definitely my favorite couple. Like, oh my gosh, I just don't know if anybody's gonna beat that. Maybe if Cassian gets with the person that I want him to get with, maybe that would beat them as my favorite couple, but I don't know. But this book, you guys, I just loved it. So many tears. It was just, took me everywhere I wanted to go. It made me laugh, cry. Yeah, I'll tell you, my favorite character in here is not a person, and leave it at that. And the last book I read, and that was the last 4-star, was Lore by Alexandra Brachman. This one, spoiler alert for 5-star predictions. As I told you guys, I gave it 4 stars, so nope, it wasn't quite there. I love the last 100 pages. If more of it was like the last 100 pages, it probably would have been a 5-star, or maybe even a 6-star, a favorite of the year. But it took me a long time to warm up to Lore, and I thought that there was going to be a lot more action and stuff in this book, and there really wasn't. There were some fighting scenes for me, but I thought it was going to be like non-stop action, you know. And this is about every 7 years, you could kill one of the gods and become that god. And then, you know, like I said, every 7 years. So after 7 years, or right before that 7 year, you know, you can start going in, you know, you could kill him, I guess, sooner if you try to kill him sooner, but it wouldn't work, I don't think. But yeah, so when, like I said, you can become that god. And Laura's parents her whole family was murdered. It ain't a spoiler, it tells you right away. And she wants nothing to do with becoming a god, and then something happens, and she gets pulled back into that world. The side characters were my favorite. Again, like, I loved her love interest. I'm so bad at remembering names, you guys. Cass, I call him Cass. I think it's Cass there. I loved him, and I loved her best friend, Miles. And then Cassian's, Castor, how do you say his name? I really liked his best friend, but I can't, Van. So, yeah. So, the side characters and Castor I liked more than Laura. And, you know, most of the time, you want to like the main character the most. But, yeah. And also, I did do DNF 2 books. I might go back to them later. I DNF'd, I DNF'd, what is it called? From Blood and Ash. And, from Jennifer L. Armentrout, I think that's the author's name. And I also DNF'd, I can't remember what the other one is. The 5th season. So, technically I could have finished 13, maybe, but I just wasn't filling them, so I DNF'd those for at least right now. So, that is it. Let me know how your February went. Right now, I'm currently reading 2 books. I'm reading Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor and 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. And, yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing if I can talk, to become part of the Chatty Bookworms family. And if you do subscribe, remember that bell icon. Hit it, touch it, tap it, whatever. And then you'll know whenever a video like this is up for your viewing pleasure. And until next time, I am out of here. I hope you guys all have a great March reading month. I hope you guys read plenty of awesome and amazing books. And I hope you guys all have a great day. Until next time, happy reading. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for watching. And please, if you haven't subscribed, like I said, subscribe and become part of the Chatty Bookworms family, because I would love to have you here. Bye, everybody.